welcome to White Horse Music TV. My name is Richard Bedinner and I'm co-owner of this wonderful shop with my lovely wife Michelle Bedinner, who's not behind the camera today. You may have seen my very short hairstyle. Check out that. Huh, I didn't realise I had little dimples in my head. Oh, that's weird. Anyway, the other day I got out I use a clipper thingy to get rid of my hairs, and I usually use a number 1, except the other day I was a bit sleepy and I didn't even have the little guard on, and so it just went completely with nothing on there, and now I feel very naked. But the funniest thing was that after doing a little bit, it actually ran out of batteries, so I just had this bit missing, and I'll show you a picture. There you go. And I went down the shops like that and people looked at me funny, thought I was a criminal. Anyway, so today I am showing Alice some violins. So this is a Gliga 1, and that is a Gliga 1. They call it Gliga 1 Antique. And it doesn't look very antique. In fact, it's a half-size Gliga 1 Antique. And when they say antique with Gligas, they mean just a little, maybe it's not just completely one colour, it's a little bit faded like that in parts. And it's got a beautiful flamed back there. And apart from that, I'm going to be showing Alice a Gliga 2. And actually this Gliga 1 is from 2004. So it's in very good condition. It's got a few little chippies. Where's the chippies? Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know if you can see that. But in pretty good condition apart from those sorts of things. That actually highlights the good thing about purfling. Those two black lines around the outside of the violin there, they're actually two thin lines of ebony with a thin piece of wood in the middle that protects the inside of the violin, because most of the knocks happen on the outside here. And it prevents any crack that happens here to continuing on to the inside of the violin and causing serious structural problems. So when you get little knocks like that, it's not the end of the world. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not pretty good, but it's not the end of the world. All right, so now this guy is a Gliga 2 from 2012. Have a look at that. Now this is what we call dark antique, and you can see why it's dark antique. It's a little less sort of orangey, or a little bit darker, and it's also got quite a pretty back, that one. There you go. So beautiful looking violin. And then Alice was interested in me comparing a Gliga Professional as well, but unfortunately I don't have one in quarter size at the moment, and being weird COVID times, it's a little bit harder for me to get my hands on some violins. So I got a small Gliga Professional. Now check out the back on that one, that's very beautiful. Now in the professional models, they start using a glossier varnish. I think it's the same varnish, but it's more highly polished. And so it looks less like the Gliga 1, 2 and 3. And then higher quality wood and better workmanship as well. So that's a level up, but because it's quarter size, it's a smaller violin, it may not compete. It makes a big difference when you go up in size of violins, but then this is a better quality. So it'll be interesting to see how it stacks up against the Gliga 2 and the Gliga 1. All right. Now, just to be a bit confusing as well, I decided, because we had quite a few Gliga 2s, and just as I was about to do this video, I got this 2016 Gliga 2, so it's a little bit newer. And you can see, even though these are both dark antique, this one maybe is a little bit darker, because each year, their varnishing will change very slightly. All they need to do is put a little bit more, of a darker dye into the varnish for it to look quite different. And so it's quite a different looking violin. So I played through the Gliga 2s that we had, and this was quite a tasty one, so I thought I'll include that as well. So what I might do is I'll play them. All right, so I'll start out with the two Gliga 2s. So this is 2012 Gliga 2. Okay, so it sounds like a Gliga, surprisingly, because it is a Gliga, but it does have some brightness to it. You find, you know, especially with older Gligas, often they were very, very extremely mellowed out, but this Gliga sounds to me like it's still got its brightness, which is nice as well. All right, so then I will play this 2016 darker looking Gliga 2. Okay, oh, that is a tough comparison. This Gliga 2 is absolutely like almost unplayed sort of thing. It looks in really, really good condition. I'll play those two again, just one after another. So this is the 2012. You can tell Alice which you think she should get. And now 2016. Really tough. I would say this rang just very, very slightly more. Similar amounts of depth and, oh, I would struggle. I'll tell you what I'll do is now I'll go on to the Gliga 1. Now Gliga 1 sort of is the next level up in the series, so it goes 3, 2, 1. To me there's a huge difference between 3 and 2 and then a smaller difference between 2 and 1 usually. But each one is its own different individual piece of wood. And as I said, this is a 2004 Gliga 1, so let's have a try. Okay, so I reckon it's got similar sort of ring to the second Gliga 2, but it's got a little bit more depth down there. Okay, now for the big exciting moment, this is Gliga Professional in quarter size. Let's see how it stacks up, being the next model up but the next size down. I don't know, I would say that the size versus the quality has sort of cancelled out the difference. To me, that is probably on par with the Gliga 1. I'll tell you what, now what I'll do is I'll play them all one after another without saying anything. All right, so I will start at, I'll start at 2012 Gliga 2, then 2016 Gliga 2, and then the 2004 Gliga 1, and then I'll go to the Gliga Professional. All right, let's see. Exactly the same thing. I'll play something really simple, just the scale. Gosh, that is difficult. I would say that I could definitely hear a little bit of a volume difference when I went between the two Gliga ones from the 2012 to 2016. Whether or not you want a slightly louder violin, that's something. The Gliga 1 was similar sort of volume, but maybe a tiny bit deeper. And then the Gliga Professional, it did sound like a smaller violin, but it had a beautiful quality. So it depends what you want. But as usual, I suggest you buy all of them. Thanks for watching.